Hello, and good to have you join us again on another episode of ICT Today. Generation ago, cyberspace was just a term from science fiction which is used to describe the emergent network of computer linking a few university labs. However, today, our entire way of life, which ranges from communication to commerce to conflict, fundamentally depends on the internet. And the cybersecurity issues that result challenge literally everyone. For instance, politicians wrestling with everything from cybercrime to online freedom. The NSA admits that, as applicable to us in Nigeria, is protecting the nation from new forms of attack while preventing new cyber wars. Business executives defending firms from once unimaginable threats and looking to make money off them. Lawyers and ethicists building new frameworks for right and wrongs. Most of all, cybersecurity issues affect us as an individual. We face new questions in everything on a daily basis, but the question today is, as an individual and corporate organizations, why we go about our daily routines, which is already entwined and nicknamed digital age? How do we identify cybersecurity issues at home or workplace environment? Are there boundaries to maintain such that our digital footprint will not expose us to cyberbullying? When does cyberbullying tend to become cybercrime? These and many more are the issues we will be looking at in this edition. And I have with me in the studio OLAMILEKAN ABOLADE from OGUN Tech Community. And together we will be looking at three closely related issues. Cybersecurity, cyberbullying, and cybercrime. My name is Abeokuta and you are watching ICT Today. Glad to know you are still there, and OLAMILEKAN, thank you for coming again on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Let's begin by cybersecurity and cyberbullying. Can we dissect these two terms?
Okay, thank you very much. Cybersecurity, as we all know it, and cyberbullying, there's a particular similar word there known as cyber, right? And cyber is a synonym for internet. So when we mean cybersecurity, how we can protecting the internet, or how we can protect ourselves on the internet. Okay. And this can actually be, the fact that you are trying to protect your system, your data, your network, or anything as far as it's concerned from the internet, from cyber threats. Because yes, there are threats. Even locally, we have threats on our computer. Sometimes some people say, I have virus on my computer, which is threatening the files on the computer. So we also have cyber threats that threats that can affect us on the internet. So protecting all of this from our data, our network, our system is what is known as cybersecurity. Okay. And cyberbullying, on the other hand, is the act of intimidating, or should I say harassing individuals on the internet. Just like we know what bullying is, intimidating in a conventional way, bullying people, intimidating them, or harassing people, whether knowingly or unknowingly, like on the internet, this is known as cyberbullying.
Okay, thank you. So, I want us to, how do we identify cybersecurity issues within our digital space? It is obvious that our daily life is entwined and entangled. Our routine is engulfed on the internet. There is nothing we do on a daily basis that will not involve either using the media, using the digital space, using the internet, if it is as slow as sending mail or sending WhatsApp message. So how do we identify cybersecurity issues?
Okay, identifying cybersecurity issues, number one, I would say, is staying very, very cautious. Because even before you can identify issues, you need to understand what you are actually fighting. Because you can't fight what you don't see, or you can't fight what you don't know. So you need to understand what cybersecurity is. You need to understand what cyber threat is, and how you can actually bypass some of these things. Okay. So one very ways people fall into trap of cyber threat or cyber criminal is actually social engineering. Okay. Right. When I mean social engineering, I mean by the way whereby people get to know things from people by just asking them questions or by just trying to divert them through various means to get an exact answer or an exact information from them. So, for example, now let's say I'm trying to know about OGTV. I don't know what the process of OGTV is, and I can just ask, oh, Mr. Abimbola, what kind of laptop do you guys use? And you tell me, and if I ask you directly, you might be wondering why I'm asking. Or I will just say, oh, Mr. Abimbola, why did you guys use HP in your company? And you know fully well that you don't use HP. You'll be like, oh no, we don't use HP. We use this particular brand, maybe Dell or like that. That means we have exposed me to that. And I'll be like, oh, I thought you guys used to use HP but I saw one person with an HP that has the 7. You might be like, oh no, maybe that person is not our staff because we don't use Windows 7, we use Windows 10. Now, I've gotten two things. I've gotten the brand you use, I've gotten the operating system that you use. And I can continue this conversation and it looks like, oh, a normal guy-to-guy conversation. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get information that will make the organization vulnerable. Without your own knowledge, that's what I'm trying to get. So that is one way. People they will call it if for a way, like you could one in or for one minute. So you ask questions as if it's just what's it called. So and second one is actually phishing. Phishing, it could be emails, it could be phishing emails, it could be phishing website. For example, now some people get information that they get an email. I get several of that. Sometimes it comes into the spam mail. You say that your goods that you order is currently on the way, and you need to click on this particular link so that you can activate blah blah blah. And some people be like, oh, you don't remember how to do. Wait, let me check. By the time you checking, you've created like a port whereby these people can actually hack they can hack into your system. You could have
any information that you think it is privileged and it is how do I put it now? It is top secret.
Yes.
Let me use that word. Top secret. Should not be like an organization secret, organization information, details that are meant to be within the organization, or details that are meant to be known to you alone. When it comes to an individual now, information that are not meant for public consumption, that is not meant for public space. Your date of birth, even your date of birth. Okay. So thank you. So I have another one that says what, when, and how do you get to being bullied? We are actually talking about cybersecurity. We talked about cybersecurity and we talked about cyberbullying. So on the digital space, how do you get to being bullied in the cyberspace? We have seen so many dragons lately. People engage in brawls, innocently get entrapped in things they knew nothing about on the social media. For instance, especially on the social media, you see Mr. Hay fighting Celiboy. And at the end of the day, if Mr. Hay happens to have 2,000 followers and Celiboy happens to have 5,000 followers, their followers will take sides and it will generate into serious issue on the net. So when, what, and how do you get to being bullied on the social space?
Okay, thank you very much. Just like the normal conventional way of people getting bullied, sometimes it could be emotional bullying, it could be physical bullying. But one lovely thing about the internet is that you don't get to see who is bullying you. Yeah. So you don't get to see who is being bullied. Okay. So and there are various ways. One is an online harassment. All right. So online harassment. Some people, there are a lot of ways online harassment. So people like body shame people online. People insult them emotionally. Maybe something you've known as a secret of that person, you expose it online. Having just to shame the person online is one form of cyberbullying, which is actually is a criminal offense that is punishable by law according to Cybercrime Act 2015 of Nigeria.
So bullying is actually a
Cybercrime is a Cybercrime Act, so it's a cyber criminal offense. So you can actually take it up and the person will get prosecuted for it. And also that is online harassment. We also have spreading rumors. things that are not fact, that are not real. For example, I come online and I'm saying, oh, Mr. Abimbola, he does this, he does this, he does that, which is actually not true, but maybe because I'm just trying to like maybe get engagement. I'm trying to like, for example, especially now when almost all social media is being monetized. Like everybody just wants to get engagement to say, oh, are you really serious about that? I just cook up one or two stories in my room, and I just publish it online, and it becomes a rumor. You understand? It's also funny, it should be cyberbullying because it is not true, and the person who you are giving out this rumor for knows that it's not true and can defend that whatever you have actually said is not true. It's a cybercrime, and also public shaming people. And having just to say things about them that are not true, which is very much similar to misinformation. Let's call it misinformation. So it's actually not true. And at that, I would say sometimes because bullying people, like I mentioned earlier, is against the law. In fact, yes, cybercrime at 2015, but most people do not even. Some people don't even know that these laws exist.
Okay, so that being said, another sensitive area which calls for attention is cybercrime. We are talking about cybercrime, cybersecurity, and cyberbullying. So cybercrime, and we will not do any justice to our discussion today if we ignore the fact that several people are being profiled, and many are still being profiled on the internet. The question is, can cybersecurity issue aggravate to becoming a victim of cybercrime? If you have a cybersecurity issue, can it tend or lead you to becoming a victim of cybercrime?
Yes, it can, and I would say even having cybercrime issue,
cyberbullying is actually a cybercrime.
Is a cybercrime.
So if you are now having a cybersecurity issue and you are prone to cyber attack, it definitely shows that you can become a victim of cybercrime.
Yes. Okay. You can become a victim of cyber because one, according to the law, there's a law guiding it, right? You are being bullied online, and automatically being bullied online if you know you're right. But most people will say, how many of us even know our rights in Nigeria? How many of us have even sat down to say, okay, let me check this cybercrime?
You mentioned
at 2015. It's online. You can actually go on. I think it's just about that. Maybe have 40 pages or so. That I like all of this thing. Download it, check it, and see what is obtainable. There are some of these laws in this act that sometimes you could even go 1 year, 2 years in jail, 10 million fine, 3 million fine. It's a lot, but people don't even know all of these things. So sometimes if you are prone to cyber threat or you are cyber bullied, sometimes you are automatically a victim.
Thank you. That would lead us to this next one. There was a recent story in the media from the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Nigeria, and he was narrating his experience with a 17-year-old on how that guy used his IT skills, despite not being IT inclined in his field of study, to hack his system in his presence in his office in Lagos, and the boy was able to give certain personal information about the chairman to him without anything. And I know you must have seen that video. How do you relate the motive behind cybercrime and cyberbullying?
Well, I would say one before I go to the story of that guy, there are motives to having involved in cybercrime.
Okay.
The first motive I would say is for financial gain.
Yeah.
Most people who go into cybercrime, most people who are cyber criminals, they would throw out threats. One is for financial gains because yes, everybody wants to make money.
Okay.
Two, I would say is for power. Is for power. Like people want to get power. People want to know. But in this part of the world, no, it's not really applicable when it comes to power. Like having to the financial gain. And sometimes the next one I can say is actually applicable to. Sometimes it could be revenge.
Okay.
Because revenge could getting into cybercrime does not really have to be financially. Revenge could be in cyberbullying. You understand? You can cyberbully somebody to actually take revenge. You understand? So it could be revenge that will lead to, okay, I want to go and learn something so that I'll go and look at, I want to go and expose this person, I want to penetrate into this person's phone so that I can get sensible information. And coming back to the issue of that 17-year-old, first and foremost, I would say for the chairman of EFCC to have confirmed that the 17-year-old is actually a genius, right? Because it takes a whole lot to have acquired that skill in just even professionals are still trying out to learn every day to say, okay, I want to be able to hack into systems. And don't forget, we have a talent here in Nigeria. I used to know a guy here in Abeokuta before he traveled out. This guy can actually hack anything. Although he's doing it professional, he can hack anything. He's certified, right? He's a certified hacker. Yes, there are people who are certified hackers. You understand? So he's trained. He's a professional. So we have this talent in Nigeria, but having it for a 17-year-old is actually, is beyond this. So I would say, for him to have, exert that, we have lot of them like that who are yet to be discovered. So I would say one, he's doing it for financial gain, just like I mentioned when we talked about the motive. Because when I read the story, I saw that he's actually a 200 level guy. He's not even in science. I think he's studying something on hydro or something. One thing I just want to appeal to the EFCC is that we have a lot of them like that. They need to bring them in, and make their skills, make them feel part of the system, make them part of us to say, okay, you are also a part of the system.
This skill that you have is actually an asset.
It's an asset,
and you can convert this energy to good use.
Even to earn legally, and earn money, earn real money. They can earn as much as 6 figures, 7 figures in dollars. You understand? So there are a lot of companies that are looking for cyber experts. They're looking for hackers that could even hack into the, and even if they don't want to work, because some of them will be like, oh, I don't want to work for anybody. There are a lot of organizations, freelancers. Like the freelancers are people. They go online. Especially for people who have these skills, and they are watching this show right now. I just want to tell them that go online. There are bounties. You understand? There are bounties for people who can hack, right? You don't have to go to cybercrime. That one is legal. The company itself will pay you to say, okay, every month there are a lot of hacks, a lot of cybercrime bounties. Apple put out a bounty of $1 million. There are companies, I know of a guy on LinkedIn, like the guy they don't have any company he works with. The only thing he does is check out for bounties on cybersecurity. These guys go solve the bounty and tell them there is a vulnerability here. He names the company, he hacks into the system, he tells them the vulnerability, and they pay. They pay. The minimum these guys depends on the amount of it. Sometimes they pay to cover $500 on just something you would do in 1 hour. Sometimes you can do like 5 in a day, and it's earning legally. Nobody will quit because these companies are paying him directly, and there is an evidence that he is being paid. So the EFCC can convert all of this people and tell them that there is more to them. Channel your energy into something use. And I love the fact that the EFCC chairman mentioned that they are trying to create, I think, a cybersecurity, cybercrime academy where they can bring all of them and ensure that they have this body that can make their skills to use, to proper use. Okay.
Thank you. We already have specific ideas on preventing cybersecurity threats. We have actually talked about that. We have talked about social engineering, manage your information, even any information that is not meant for public consumption. You should manage it. When I say manage it, you should contain it. So, but how about cyberbullying? I mean, how do you maintain your presence? Protect and safeguard yourself in terms of your digital footprint to avoid being bullied on the internet? Because you can just be going jejely and stray bullets to come and hit, God forbid. So how do you maintain your social space such that you won't get bullied in this cyberspace?
Okay, one thing I advise people, especially on the internet, is if you know that you don't want to get bullied, don't bully anybody.
Okay.
You understand? Because
you live in Islam house,
you don't throw stones. So if you know you don't want to get cyberbullied, don't bully anybody. Stay neutral, right? And always be mindful of whatever you see on the internet, because one, the internet never forgets. Because even if you bully somebody in 2008 and you are in 2000, let's say by 2011 you become a changed fellow and you want to portray a very good act and you want to be the good boy, one person will go back and say, yes, you have bullied somebody, so you cannot say you are now a changed person. So if you know you don't want to get bullied, don't bully anybody. That's the first thing. Don't bully, because the internet will never forget. And yes, there are people that are called critics, right? There are critics on Twitter, on all social media platforms. Yeah, their own is just to criticize what people have done, whether good or bad and all like that. We already know them. You understand? And sometimes some people don't even take them serious because they know that that's what they do for a living. Especially for people now who now wants to get engagement. So if you don't want to get bullied, if you don't want to get cyberbullied, but if you know that you are not bullying anybody and somebody is bullying you, you can take it up. You can take it up with law and arrest the person. So the cybercrime has to take care of that for you, to take care of that. So you all just, if you are using the internet now and you know that you want to defend yourself with social media, all of that, study that act, you will be able to defend yourself.
Okay, yeah, like you said that internet never forget. I remember that I opened my first Yahoo Mail in 2000 years, and I think my Facebook was in 2004 thereabouts, and memories that it will bring back, and I'm just like funny memories. So internet never forget. Thank you very much for that explicit analysis. And now on a final note, what is your parting shot? I want you to give us a parting shot for this following category of people. One, for those who have at one time or the other, they have not so good experience on the internet due to cybersecurity issues. And when I say, and I mean those, I mean both individuals and corporate organization. Two, victims of cyberbullying. Maybe many people might not know that they are being cyberbullied until after watching this show now, when they are being body shamed and when there is a recurrent messages coming to you that you are not comfortable with on the social space, and it's not directly to you, it's made to the open public, to the general public on the social media. You are being cyberbullied. Then also, the third one is anyone who discovers that he has special skills on the internet, like the case of the 17-year-old boy, and how do such individuals channel such skill to gain without involving in cybercrime?
Okay, thank you very much. The first question is about those who have not so good due to cybersecurity. First and foremost, I'll go back to saying you need to learn. Right? Not everybody is good with digital literacy in Nigeria. I'd say more than half of our population is actually not digitally literate. So, and if you are not digitally literate enough, you might fall victim of cyber threat. You might fall into cyber threat. You might cyber criminals can just swindle whatever you have, and you can fall into any trap. So I'd say we need to learn. Work also maybe any cybersecurity experts or anybody that is very good. Not just anybody, but people you can trust with your digital information. People you can trust to put you through, so that you don't fall on the wrong hand. So that is actually very much important. And for organizations, they need to employ engage experts, cybersecurity experts, engage them
to test their vulnerability and ensure that whatever any machine, system, routers, switches they are using, they are up to date and they are not solid.
They are not outdated. Not like using servers of 2098 in this era when we have, because as these new devices are coming, they are new issues. So there are a lot of threats that are coming, and they will penetrate, because the way new devices are created, the way new threats are being created, just like our antivirus. Yes. If you buy a new and if you buy an antivirus of 2024 today, that antivirus there's a new threat of 2024 already on ground for that antivirus to be able to counter. So there are new threats every day. And just about cyberbullying, you need to day your day. So don't disturb anybody, and nobody will disturb you.
Okay.
And about the 17-year-old boy, for people that have this similar skill, I just want to encourage them. There is no dignity in crime.
Crime.
Right?
Yes.
There's no dignity in crime. You have the skills, and I can tell you, I can bet it with you that with that particular skill, you can earn illegally more than what you are even earning at the moment, what you are even seeing, and nobody will harass you, nobody will disturb you from the comfort of your home. Just the way you are doing the cybercrime you are doing, the same way you will earn this particular money. So you just need to earn the skill, become certified. There are companies that will even re-employ you, and you can even be proud of yourself. You can even go out at any point in time. I work for this particular company, and I am proud to say I'm a cybersecurity expert. You could become a penetration tester. There are white hat hackers that have been employed. Go to any banks today, they have hackers. They have hackers working for them who are certified hackers, who are cybersecurity experts.
Well, it's been a deep conversation discussing this line, the thin line between cybersecurity, cyberbullying, and cybercrime. But before we go, let us quickly enjoy this evolution of a specific brand of a particular mobile phone manufacturer. This particular brand will be found at the lower level of the top bestseller mobile phones. I mean, this brand is known for its quality and reliability. I'd like to say a very big thank you for your time, OLAMILEKAN, for coming on the show and for sharing time and your knowledge with us on the show. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cybercrime and cyberbullying are both harmful activities that occur online, but they have different characteristics and implications. One is motivated by financial gain resulting in serious legal consequences, while the other is motivated with desire to exert power over the victims. These two are conjoined under cybersecurity, and we have analyzed how to prevent and protect our digital footprint in the cyberspace. That's the package for this time. Remember to follow us, like, share, and subscribe to our social platforms and videos. Get updates with news and happenings around you by clicking the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. And until the next time when I return with another package, always have it in mind that if it is digital, it is part of ICT.
Gas can be convenient, but it can quickly turn dangerous and possibly lead to loss of life and property if not handled with care. To avoid gas explosion, here are some preventive measures.